Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight a little bit of South Africa. Now, as you know, I've been traveling here in the wonderful country called Namibia, and if you want to have a wonderful holiday with fantastic friends, friendly people, friendly place, small little towns, and of course loads and loads of fun action things to do, Namibian is the place to be. Go up Dune 7, go to the desert, do a little bit of quad biking, skydiving, you name it, and they have it. Fantastic place. And of course they also have some nice bottle shops where you can go look at that whiskies on offer, a little bit of a Namibian whiskies as well. Now I did a review of a Namibian whiskey. This one, oh my word, it is actually nice. At the end card you will see a description and you can go watch that video. But today I went a little bit of shopping at one of the biggest shopping malls here. It's called the Dunes, and I went from place to place to see what is on offer. And of course there will be a video available so that you can see what you can expect when you visit Namibia. But tonight it's all about a South African whiskey. Now I am a big fan of South African whiskey. Yes, they do make whiskey. Baines is one of them. I had a couple of reviews already on Baines whiskey, cheapest chips, and absolutely a winner in my book. Tonight we are looking at a blended whiskey called Three Ships. I love this little wee sample bottles that they are selling. Well, not really samples, 200 milliliters of a Three Ships whiskey, and it was only €2.90 for the bottle. So quite a bargain for 200 milliliters of whiskey. Now, very small writing at the back in the front label. We have Three Ships Premium Whiskey Select. So I had to take a photo just to see what's at the back of the label. Let me just give you a little bit of information on the back of the bottle as well. I had to take a photo just to make it big enough for me to see. It's a global award-winning whiskey. It's a blend South African grain and malt whiskey, which is matured in oak. Well, they don't say which type of oak. The result is a warm, well-balanced whiskey with a slight sweetness and an estery undertones. So for me, that means a little bit of a youthful undertone, a little bit of a nail polish remover type of notes. But it's a young whiskey, so it can be quite young on the nose as well. With a hint of oak, with a nice clean finish, rounds off this highly priced Three Ships Select whiskey, 43% ABV. So for me, well, I'm not going to say ticking the boxes, but I'm quite excited. There's a lot of people that has been asking me about doing a review on Three Ships whiskey, and well, they also have some age statement ones, 5 years old. There is one for sale. I think it's the 5 years old in the airport in Johannesburg, and it was very cheap. So the Three Ships, no age statement whiskey, 43% ABV. Color wise, I can only presume that they did add some color to it, don't know. So for me it's all about the nosing and the tasting, and I must say I'm pleasantly surprised. That grain whiskey definitely shining through. It gives you a more of a little bit of a bourbon type note. There's a nice sweetness to it. They say on the back of the label lightly sweet. I think it's a little bit, for me, my sensitive nose, I do get quite a lot of sweetness in it. I get that bourbon note. I get a grain note. It's a sweetness, it's a little bit of a toffee note, a little bit of a fudgy note coming out. It's a little bit of a woody note as well. It's like a sawdust, oak sawdust note that comes out. Loads and loads of vanilla coming out. It's a bucket full of vanilla. So definitely fun, summery. There's a lightness, a friendliness coming through. And it's something that I definitely, well, I think I can enjoy something like this. A little bit of a hint of an orange peel oil. So all in all, more vanillas. Every time that I go back, there's a little bit more vanillas just smashing through. So pleasant, but if you wake it up a little bit of a agitation, and you stick your nose in and that 43% ABV, that acetone, that little nail polish remover is definitely coming out, and it tells you that it is quite a young whiskey. On the taste, cheers. Oh, just pleasant. It is sweetness. It's light. It's a little appley actually, a little bit of an apple cider coming through. That vanilla is definitely there. A little bit of even a little bit of a raisiny note coming out. And we'll make sure. Cheers. I do say a little bit of an oak. I really don't get any of that oak. I don't think it's spent enough time to pick up a lot of the oak tannins. Can be quite a dangerous one. This is something that I will enjoy. Maybe even add a drop or two of water. I didn't bring any water, so I'm not going to add it. But it is pleasant. On the nose, it's pleasant. On the taste, it's pleasant. It's cheap as chips. This is something that I will also use as a mix. A little bit of a cocktail, a little bit of a Negroni. Even putting it a little bit on an ice cream to make my own Don Pedros. And it's something that you're not going to sit back and sit and nose forever to find all the nuances coming out, all the aromas coming out. For this, you pour it, you drink it, have a little bit of a laugh, having fun with your friends, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So that's me on the 3 ships. Looking forward to trying some of the age statement whiskies as well. If you look for it, I'm sure you can find it somewhere in Europe as well. I know they do import 3 ships. Not sure if they have the age statement whiskey available in Europe. Haven't seen it, but have a look. Let me know in a comment, have you tried it? And of course, as usual, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And I see you next time. Cheers.